Hi guys, this is Jiggy, a portrait and wedding photographer from the Philippines, and welcome to the channel. So in this video, I will be talking about what's inside this box and could it possibly be the future of off-camera flash photography. So in case you guys haven't subscribed to the channel, please do so, and while you're at it, click that notification bell so that you get notified every time I upload a new video. And if you want to see my images, you can always follow me on Instagram. It's at Jiggy Alejandrino. Okay, so what is this? This was sent to me by a company here, based here in the Philippines. That's why I'm so excited for this. It's called Innovatronix. This is the Innovatronix CP550W Flash. Okay, so what is it? Basically, it's an LED flash that was built to work with your cell phone. But when they told me about the product, I was like, it's built for the cell phone, but I really feel that it might work well with my off-camera flash work. So before we go any further, the 550 watts that is mentioned here is basically 550 watts of continuous light. It is different from 550 watts per second, which you see in your normal strobe. Just to take away all the technical aspects or technical explanation of it, basically this one, once it pops or once it gives out that 550 watts of continuous light, it is equivalent to about 60 watts of your xenon or metal halide flash. So in other words, it's about as powerful as the Sony F60RM. Okay, so what's inside the box? The normal user guide, the flash unit, which we'll take out afterwards. It's got a USB cable for charging, a bunch of gels for you to be able to color correct the light. You've got a remote here to turn on the video light, and then you've got a standard trigger for your off-cam, for your cold shoe, or sorry, for your hot shoe. And this is the light. Okay, it's nice, it's built well, it's aluminum, it's about the same size as a standard flash. Wait, I have one here. This is the F60RM, so you basically can compare the size. It's about the same size. So why was I so excited when they contacted me and asked me to review this particular light? Well, for one, I've always wanted a continuous light that I can use this one with. This is my MagMod system. That's why it is built the same way as my flash system is. Therefore, I now have a continuous light that I can use with, a bunch of my MagMod modifiers, like for example, my snoot or my mag beam with a lot of grid. So I can now project some patterns, or I can have like a focused spot of light that both myself and my assistants can actually shoot simultaneously. But aside from that, what is this thing? So before we get into much detail about what this particular product is, I'll explain to you what it was built for. It was built for cell phone users. So basically, all you have to do is get your phone, download the app. It's called CP Flash. Turn this light on here. There's a switch here. Turn this light on. Turn on CP Flash, and then all you have to do is connect it, which in this case is already connected. Here in the app, you can actually control the flash. So if I press it, say, for the continuous light to be on, it'll turn on. I can adjust the power, and then this is your flash. There you go. It is a bit blinding. And then it's got a bunch of different effects when it comes to continuous light. Let's say you've got flickering, you've got normal lighting, then you've got the TV, paparazzi, which will probably, it's a bunch of flash, and then you've got the police and maybe even strobe. Okay, so you got fire, so it's like flickering light. So now let's say with continuous, I'll turn it off first. All right, and then once you have it on your phone, all you have to do is turn on your camera app, whatever it is that you're using, and then trigger, and the moment, there you go. So you've got a flash that's actually syncing with your cell phone camera. So that's what it's built for. But why do I believe that this is the future, or this could possibly be the future of off-camera flash photography? Well, number one, if you see, most of the leading brands, or the new trend now, is a lot of continuous lights, because there is one general advantage of continuous lights. is that what you see is what you get. In other words, it's so much easier for you to be shooting with continuous light rather than that of a strobe. Because this one, you could actually see it, you could control it with your normal exposure variables like your aperture, shutter speed, and ISO. And I don't have a modeling light with a flash this small. This one, I can turn on the video light, which will serve as a modeling light. And I said earlier, I can use now some modifiers so that I can have like spotlights, or I can, if you guys want to see, I can now project some patterns. And this one really works well when it comes to, let's say, some invitations or some details, or it'll be nice just to be able to create some patterns on a plain background. So that should be very, very interesting. Now, everyone can shoot at the same time. Unlike a flash, you're the only one shooting. For me, with weddings, if I use this one and I have the continuous light on, my assistant photographer can actually be shooting the same light setup that I've actually done for the bride or the groom. Now, the biggest downside to date of continuous light is the fact that they are naturally weak. They're not going to be as strong as the flash units out there. And this one might actually change it. But the fact that this is still only 60 watts, it's not that strong yet, but the technology is still in its infancy. So there's still a long way to go for this, but I do love the concept a lot. Now, I will be putting this to the test for sure on a studio setting and maybe some outdoor settings. So if you want to see that, please do subscribe to the channel so that you get notified the moment I upload that video. But I am very excited for this, and this could possibly really be the future of off-camera flash photography.